loud and clear before I keep going. What up, what up, what up? Let me know y'all can hear me loud and clear. This New York in your City Law podcast. Man, I want to thank y'all for coming rock with your boy, especially on a nice Thursday like it is. I know everybody's probably feeling down for what's going on. You're on curfew. You can't go out. You can't go to, hey, you in here rocking with me. And I'm going to bring joy to you. I'm going to bring joy to your life. We're going to shed no tears. We're going to come in and have a good time for the time that we in here. Shout out to, I got to give a shout out to Silverback. I know Silverback, you was like, New York, is everything okay? Yeah, everything was fine. Everything was fine. I was just making sure my sound checks was right, making sure my guest for the night, that his connection was right and whatnot before I get on, because we don't want no interruptions. I want to bring it to y'all live and direct. OC, I see you in the building. Also, shout out to E3. Appreciate you saying great channel, man. I definitely appreciate it. Also, what up, Michael Corleone in the building? Man, appreciate you coming through, bro. I know I saw you earlier today in Stunner. And, man, shout out to my man Stunner Reese and Lady X, man. Shout out to both of them. They show me so much love. That's family right there. And, yes, they will be coming to the channel coming up here in April. Y'all stay tuned. Also, I want to give a shout out to somebody brand new in here. I want y'all to show them some love and welcome up in here in New York, in your City Live podcast. Welcome in the building, Jaden Soy. I'm going to make sure I'm pronouncing that right, but welcome Jaden into the building. He's new to the channel. So welcome to the building. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And I want to make sure I don't miss nobody. What up? Shout out my man Catfish in the building. Catfish is up in here, man. Y'all, I want to definitely thank you, everybody, each and every one of y'all for coming through. I see more and more people coming through. Smash that like button. Yes, smash that like button as you come on through here. And, man, I got a lot of other great things that I'm going to talk about as well. I got some announcements to make, some great surprises coming through. Tamiko Miles in the building. Shout out to Tamiko Miles. Oh, man, shout out to Tamiko Miles coming to the building. Shout out my man, Cat Locals Garage, man. Y'all check him out. Man, he got a lot of footage he's been putting up. He got some wonderful builds he's doing. And, yes, y'all know he's a good friend of mine. And, yes, he will be on the live coming up here soon. I know he wants to wait till he gets some kind of bills coming, but he's going to be up on here soon. And shout out to my boy Turbo TV. Y'all, Turbo TV is coming to the live coming up here soon next month, April. Y'all watch out because he coming to the live. We're going to talk about that badass Audi he got. So, man, like I said, my guest, my wonderful guest for the night is already ready to go. So we're going to go ahead and get it started. I'm going to save all the rest of the announcements for later on the day. Or should I say later on for the end of the podcast. So coming up to the stage, man, somebody I couldn't wait to meet in person. Yes, y'all, it was my first time meeting him at the YouTubers Call Out in Dallas. For those that were there, y'all already know it went down and it was a wonderful time and it was no mess. It was great. I can't wait to the next one. I can't wait. So definitely shout out to everybody that was there and made it have a good time. Mike Hall is in the building for the first time in here. Shout out to Mike Hall. Man, smash that like button while you in here. Follow your boy. And y'all, also another announcement I want to make. I am 8 away from 500. 8 away from 500. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. It's growing real big. Need Speaker Reviews in the building. I see everybody coming in the building at the same time. And, you know, somebody always sends me a message. Man, are you live? Yes, I am live. I am live and direct right now. So what I want to say is this. Welcome everybody in the building. Where's the beef? I see you, Terry Gaming. I see you, man. Everybody coming up in here. Yes, I'm almost at that 5, Loco. Almost at that 500. I'm grinding to get there. We're grinding to get that 5 and get to that 1,000. So, y'all, without overdue, I want to go ahead and bring the man to the stage. Man, the man with one of the baddest Hellcats you ever want to see with 1,000 horsepower. When I say the car is bad, the car is bad. And also, want to also welcome a special guest that's going to come with him later on, but I'll welcome that person in a minute. But one of the nicest people you want to meet. We sat and chopped it up for 30 minutes on the phone, talked about some great things. And I'm so glad he wanted to come on and share his story right now, because I don't know if y'all know the whole story, because I definitely want to know the rest of the story. So coming to the stage, the man himself, RacerX in the building. RacerX, you up? What's going on?
Hey, buddy, thank you for having me. I love these live podcasts, man. They are so much fun. So I really appreciate you bringing me on. And, man, I love interacting with folks. I definitely heard you announce some people that I know are big subscribers of my channel as well. So definitely, man, I'm excited about it. And, man, I can't tell you how much I appreciate me having you on your channel, because it's growing like crazy. I love it.
And I appreciate it. And like I said, I appreciate you coming through. You know, like I said, you could be doing something else, but like I said, I reached out to you. You called me back, and you was like, hey, yeah, I want to come through. Shout out to Pam M in the building. I see Pam. I see you in the building. And then, we kind of chopped it for 30 minutes. And I was like, yo, we need to save all this for the live. I want you to come through, tell your story. And for all my guests that come on, I always do this. I always send out a questionnaire on IG. And as usual, I get flooded with so many questions. I mean, so many. And the ones that stood out the most, because a lot of them are almost the same, I grabbed a handful of them because it was like about 68 or 78 questions, something like that, that came out of that. And it kept climbing. I had to end up just cutting it off. Like, look, I'm just going to grab these and these, and we'll go from there. Everybody else is joining the live. And any questions, I will post the questions up here so you can see them as well. Because somebody said, oh, yes, 1,000 horsepower. Yes, Silverback, 1,000 horsepower. And trust me, I was standing by the car when they did the rolling race. I felt every bit of that 1,000 horsepower playing to the ground. I was like, gee, man. So we're gonna start all the way from the beginning. And when I mean from the beginning, not from when you was born and then you took your first step walking. Not that beginning. We're gonna start from the beginning of what got you into the whole Hellcat game and racing.
Back in 2015, when they came out with the Hellcat, that thing was all the rage. I mean, it's like they came out, they had this Cobra that was out there that was like 642 horsepower or whatever it was, and that just blew everybody's mind, right? That was back in 2013, 2014. But so how can they put out a power? And Dodge gave it the old, hold my beer, and came out with the Hellcat, and they said 707, and it was coming out as a sedan. So I approached my wife with it. I said, look, let's buy a Camaro ZL1. Let's look at all these other cars, because we wanted to get back into the game, into the racing game. And that one was just, it was a little far-fetched. The car was over $70,000. And I was like, look, is that something we really want to do? And she said, look, you know what, if you're going to go, just you go. But we still have kids. So I was like, do the Charger. I personally really, really like the Charger. I really like the way it looks. And so we saved up for, we saved up for months and months and months. Actually, about a year we saved up for that car. Got a big down payment saved up, went and special ordered it, walked into a dealership, and there was my spec sitting right there, exactly how I wanted to order it. They offered me sticker for it. So and then it was Katie barred the door. So we started doing some modifications. So it was a real fun journey. Unfortunately, my YouTube channel started after the car was modded, so a lot of people didn't get to follow that. But the car is for those of you that see me on the channel and stuff. I mean, New York will attest to this, and I tell people this all the time: is that it's one thing to see it on YouTube, but it's another to stand behind the thing and listen to it and hear it launch. Yeah, because it is such a loud, aggressive machine, and it's like people just think it's a 4-door sedan, and when you hear it in person, it's like, and I think that's so cool. I think there's something cool about a 4-door sedan that does what that thing does. So I've been super stoked with that car ever since I bought it.
Yeah, definitely. The videos do it no justice. And shout out to Catfish, because Catfish was standing beside me, and Catfish said, good God. I mean, we were just stunned the whole time. And I was like, I always watch the videos, but it do it no justice. It's like, man, it's crazy. Shout out to Dodge for doing that. I know some folks in there like, Dodge, yeah, I know. For those that wasn't there and for those that was there, it was a Mopar weekend, basically. Yeah, it was other cars there, but Mopars that were taking over to the point where it had me thinking about getting one. I was like, I had one before, but I always bought them and from Copars, turn around, fixed them up and sold them. But way y'all was doing those cars, I was like, man, it's something totally different. And like I said, I was just glad to be out there, glad to finally meet you, glad to finally see the car run. And man, the car, that car ain't no pump.
No, it's a good running car. I've got to say though, I mean, I've had a lot of people help me get that car to really what it is. My tuner, who's out of Houston, Pikes Performance. Mason, who's another guy who's got a YouTube channel, very, very smart individual who's helped me with lots of tweaks in the tune, the transmission, help with the fueling. And I mean, that car is something that we've consistently worked on and bettered over time. And now it sits right at what I feel like is in the sweet spot where you can put a Hellcat at that power mark where you're not going to go out break every time you run, where it can still be considered reliable, but it's still really, really fast. And that's what I wanted. It sits right in a good spot, at least for me. So
yeah, it definitely does. And shout out to Neats for Speed Car Reviews. He said, RacerX, you still owe me a race, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Need to Speed got that bad car. My wife still wants your car, Need Speed. She still wants that car. But he got that bad Panamera. Man, that thing is sick too. He said, "You still owe me a race." Uh-oh. Hold on, y'all. He lost connection for a minute. Also, I must say, y'all, while he's trying to regain connection back, hopefully y'all can hear me.
You still with me?
StreamYard and YouTube sent me a message today, and they said this, and they starting to send it to everybody. Due to what's going on with the beer flu that's going around, yes, I call it the beer flu that's going around, speed is being in trouble right now. When I say speed, I mean internet speed, because everybody's on, and it's the most traffic they've ever seen. And me being in IT as well, I've seen, even when I ping, when I say ping, I basically do a search where I can see internet speed to a site. So when I ping to like Google, it takes a while for it to come back because so many people are online. So y'all bear with us and whatnot, because we may have these issues here and there tonight. Hopefully, that's the only issue we have. But because of all the internet traffic right now that's going on today, and it's the most today out of any day, and we may have, these technical difficulties happen. So just bear with y'all. Please bear with us.
Can't hear. Still with me, buddy?
I'm still here. I was going to say come out.
Unfortunately, my screen is broken up, so I don't know if you can hear me or not.
I can hear you. Yeah, I can hear you. I was going to say come out and come back in.
Looks like my audio just completely quit working.
Oh, no.
I don't see myself.
Yeah, I don't see anything. It just went black. Hold on. Hold on, everybody. All right, everybody. He had to go out and come back in. Hopefully that should work. Man, I see you, Pimpin'. Shout out to Pimpin' in the building. Shout out to Pimpin' in the building. One of the funniest dudes around. Man, y'all gonna watch. Y'all gonna see him. Y'all gonna see him on the big screen one day. One of the funniest dudes you ever want to meet. I mean, one of the funniest dudes you ever want to meet. Right there. Yeah, right there. One of the funniest dudes you ever want to meet. Oh, it was good, just not video. Yeah, Silverback. I know I had announced it and whatnot. I don't know if y'all can hear me. Let me know if y'all can hear me and whatnot. That's what's kind of going on today with a lot of internet traffic. Well, I said it's kind of good for me because everybody can kind of watch me, but then it's kind of bad if they're taking all the bandwidth and taking basically all the internet, then it's causing problems. Okay, let's try it now. Okay, you're back. Can you hear me?
I'm back. I went on with my feed. I apologize. I got to the point where I couldn't hear anything. So, but I'm here.
No, it might not just be you. What up, Chris NYC? I see you in the building. It might not be you. I was explaining when you couldn't hear me. I had got a message from StreamYard, YouTube, Facebook. They're all putting out the same message. Due to the beer flu, because I call it the beer flu. Due to the beer flu that's going on right now, everybody's streaming. Bandwidth is becoming to the point where it's thin. And being I'm a person that does IT all day long, before I started my live, I pinged Google, which means I basically did a search to see how fast it would react for me getting to Google and sending and coming back. Well, it took forever. And I said, oh, wow, there's that many people on. They said today is the most ever that people have been online just today.
Well, everybody's stuck inside, so I got to find something to do, right?
Yes. Okay, Silverback said I'm fine. He said I'm fine. Okay. Also, Chris NYC, he stepped up in the building. What up, Chris? Shout out to Chris. He was on my live last week. Real good dude. He was at the event and whatnot.
He was.
Okay, we're gonna go ahead and get back into it. So sorry, y'all. Sorry. We're gonna go ahead and get back. Okay. So back what we was talking about with car and whatnot, and you planting it to the ground and everything, and then you said that basically when you went to go look for a car back then, you came across that and it was a sedan. I like them, period, because I love all cars. And I really did like that because sedan, I had kids. I said, oh, be something for the kids to ride in. And I actually got one from Cold Parts that I fixed up to sell. This was back when I was just fixing up cars and flipping. And I was going to keep it. It was a police car. It was chipped. It already had the coal induction there. They really fixed up those police cars to really run. And I was like, I'm going to keep this. It was what year was that? 2014, 15? And I only paid $1,800 for it. But it was wrecked. I put a whole new front clip on it, a trunk lid, back bumper, front bumper, changed the passenger door, and that's all that needed to be done to it. And I redid the suspension in the front, put all new suspension, whatnot, because tire rods was all jacked up. And I was gonna actually keep that car. It would belong to the state trooper, and I was gonna keep it. But right when it came around, I sold it. And I kind of missed that car.
Yeah, really, I mean they cars for sure, especially if you take good care of them.
Yeah, definitely are. Now, a lot of people ask, what all have you done to the car as far as mods? I've had a lot of questions about that. They ain't even asking specific questions in there, but I said, we're just going to run down a list.
Yeah. So, and I'm sure I always tend to leave something out because I had the car for 4 years and it's been modified a few different times to different levels. But essentially what's done to the car at this point, what makes it what it is, it's actually not a terribly complicated formula. Really, it's an upper pulley, which is a 275. It's a lower ATI or pulley. So it's an upper and lower pulley combination. Of course, to run that much boost, you've got to do a fuel modification. So it is on full E85 here in Texas. We have having E85, which is fantastic because it's like buying race fuel right from the pump. But in order to run E85, you have to put bigger injectors in the car. So I'm running 1,300 cc injectors, and I'm also running 20 fuel pumps. So that's what you have to do to get that car to run. The car has a couple other little goodies in there, 180 degree stat. It's got a run it, which a lot of people don't know, kind of like what the Demon has. So you can kind of hot lap the car. All you do is turn the AC on, and it super cools the coolant that runs through the top of the blower, which is fantastic. So you can watch your coolant temperatures just come straight down, right? So it's really, really nice, and you can just kind of keep the car like that. So it just helps with consistency. It's got a couple other supporting type mods on it. It's got a diff brake. It's got a full app, which people with this kind of power, that's what they run. I broke an axle, so I had to upgrade to DSS 1,500 horsepower axles. So a few supporting mods there. I do run a 309 gear in my car as well, which I think make the car a lot of fun to drive. So it really gets that big sedan out of the hole. This car's running as fast as 139 in the 60 foot. So it runs pretty good for a 4,600 pound car. There's a lot of aesthetic stuff done to it, but from a performance perspective, that's about it. I do run catless mids. I've got a tunnel ram exhaust on it, which is a exhaust, which is what I feel like good. It's probably not for some people, it's right for the car. But other than that, it's got a regular air filter. It's nothing. It's nothing I have to whip over the car. I haven't done, I haven't even ported the blower in the car. The car just works. And like I said, the transmission tune, the TCM and the PCM tune are really what make the car as fast as it is. The way the car shifts, where it shifts, that's where a lot of the work has been put into the car. And so people with the same mods ask me, why the hell is that thing so fast? And I said, it's a lot of how the car is tuned. And what makes the difference in the car, the way it shifts, where it shifts, all the shift points have been adjusted in that car multiple times, and that has really helped. It's like a little adjustment here, or a little adjustment there, and over time, difference.
Wow. And you know what? With everything that you've done to it, it's like smash it on the ground. That's another thing. Being in Texas, every gas pump I was going to had E85 there. Even in some parts of Oklahoma, like the last stop I stopped in when I was coming into Dallas, I said, let me go ahead and get gas now, and I'll just roll on to Dallas, and I won't have to worry about getting gas again. I'll pull up to the pump, and I said, well, I wonder what those pumps are over there. I had to pass them to go to the pumps. They were selling 85, 110 octane, 125. I was like, dang. I was like, you know what? At first, I was like, wow, there's probably a lot of cars. There's probably only a few cars that probably need it. No, I've seen a lot of cars that ended up needing that, especially being in Dallas for the meet. So And then for you running the big injectors, yeah, that's definitely what you got to do to run all that. And somebody asked, does he have an ice box on his car?
You still with me, buddy? You're breaking up.
Yeah, I'm still here. Can you hear me?
Stream is busted up on us a little bit again.
Oh no! Come on, stream. What up, Lawsuit Jerry? I see you in the building. Appreciate you coming through. Mission Fly in the building too. Oh no! Still acting up.
Because I'm not.
Yep, it's on your end.
See.
Everybody out there, can y'all hear me good? I know because everybody's online right now all over the world. It's basically bogging down the internet, which is crazy. Shout out Lawsuit Jerry. Man, Jerry, I see you in the building. Lawsuit. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me look at the camera here. I'm used to my camera being over there. It's right here. Sorry, y'all. Shout out Lawsuit Jerry in the building. I see you. I see you. Yep, you good. Okay, appreciate it, Loco. Shout out to you in the building. Lawsuit Jerry, I know it's probably the first time I probably see you in here. Believe it or not, you part of 32 Gang, you family. I'll see you when I come to Chicago. Mission Fly in the building. Shout out Mission Fly in the building with the baddest rap. That's the bod man in the building. And also, y'all, he's retiring from out the Air Force for doing 21 years. Salute to you, man. Y'all, it was good news. Yeah, I think it's on. I think it's on RacerX's side. Let me see if it fixed it yet. Okay. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you fine now. It's like when we get a few minutes into the broadcast, it just starts to deteriorate and just sort of it gets real choppy, and then it just goes away.
Yeah, I was doing a test real quick. My end is good. It's coming from your end.
Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me. Had to tell my son to get off his damn video games up there.
Oh yeah, that'll do it. That'll do it. If he's streaming from online, you forget about it. And that's why, like for my house here, I have 2 1 terabyte lines. I have one that's dedicated just for my IT business down here. That's one I'm on, so nobody's on it. And then one that goes through the whole house for all upstairs. And I got Google Fiber, so I wanted to make sure I had all. And I was like, yeah, I was doing some checks. I said, no, it's not on my end. Okay, StreamYard is reading fine. It's a little lag, but not enough to do that. That's what it is. Also, shout out, I don't know if you heard, shout out Mr. Fly. Mr. Fly just stepped up in here.
Hey, Mission Flyer's in the house.
Yes, he is in the house. He is in the house. He is definitely in the house. So, okay, so somebody had asked, are you running an ice box? That was one of the messages they sent. They said, please ask him if he run an ice box.
Yeah, no ice box for me. I've got that killer chiller in the car, which is it's a closed system. I don't have to worry about ice or anything, getting on the track, anything like that. I mean, some people say if you're running the killer in the staging lanes, that you'll see there's some condensation that could drip on the ground. It doesn't seem to be an issue with my car. So I don't need to do all the ice thing. I don't ice the blower, none closed system, crank the AC on the coolant, and it looks great. So it's real easy.
Oh, that's a good thing. And the guy that asked that, he said I'm gonna have to end up watching the replay because they got me doing my last day of work before we shut down. And he's actually sitting in private chat. He said, I'm watching. I just can't let nobody know I'm on. I'm supposed to be working. He said, cool. He said, because I'm thinking about doing that same kind of setup with my Challenger. He said, I'm kind of seeing which way to go. I don't want to have to keep stopping at a store for a bag of ice.
See, I'm going to try walking around a little bit in the reception here. I'm not sure. Dark out here, though. You still with me?
Yeah, I'm still here.
We can't.
I'm still here. I was just relaying to what the guy was saying. He was saying that yeah, he's thinking about going with a closed system as well because he don't want to have to stop. He keeps stopping for a bag of ice like a friend of his does.
You still with me?
Yep, still here.
Okay,
I'm still here.
I got you. Okay. Maybe I just need to move.
Yeah, you're actually coming in clearer now. I don't know what you did, but whatever you did, stay right where you are. Don't move.
All right, I got you.
And Prima TV said they just said 2 billion people online right now. I wouldn't doubt it. I actually have a camera, but it's on my phone. I have my phone turned the other way because I'm using the camera. And it was showing it's a live counter on IT World. It's an app I use for all IT individuals. And somebody put on there a live counter that showed internet traffic and it averages how many people are on. And before I started my live, it was right at about 2 billion people on. So I would not even doubt it.
Yeah.
And Silverback said you probably moved close. He said you probably, if you're on the Wi-Fi, you probably moved closer to the router and was able to get on a whole lot better. Because I don't know whatever you did, you just came in real clear. You was clear before, but you came in like 4K. It's like you went from 1080p to 4K real quick.
Oh wow. Yeah, I don't know. I'm way further away from the modem right now than I was. I was 3 feet from the modem just a few minutes ago. So go figure.
Oh wow. Wow. Yeah, I would.
But audio's real choppy. You guys can hear me okay?
Yeah, we can hear you coming. You coming in good on my end.
You hear it?
You hear a little static in the background, but you're actually still coming in good.
Okay, yeah, it's coming across like I can barely hear you because it just comes in real choppy and real digitally.
Oh wow!
But
You're on live? Whose channel?
New York in your city. So hopefully you can hear me okay. I'm trying to keep it going here.
Yeah,
so.
I can hear you good. Hear you loud and clear.
Okay, good.
I mean, loud and clear. Hold on. Everybody typing comments so fast. I'm trying to put them up. Somebody asked, Michael asked, what tires are you running, RacerX?
Okay, so on the Scat Pack, running a 20. Although at the event, you probably saw she was running on a drag pack, which was borrowed from my good buddy Rob. She doesn't normally run that setup. She runs a 305 Mickey Thompson Street SS typically at the track, which hooks the car up just fine. On my car, the Hellcat, I run a Mickey Thompson Street. I'm sorry, I run a Mickey Thompson. What do I run on that? A 17-inch ET Street R is what I run on that. A 305 with 45. And that tire typically hooks that car pretty well. All trouble hooking there at Ennis. And ongoing hook extreme at Ennis, I struggle. So we tried putting more pressure in the tire, which seemed to work actually a little bit better. But I was still spinning pretty good coming out. It's pretty hard. So if the prep isn't right on my, sometimes I struggle.
Okay. I know from when I was in Dallas for the YouTubers event, you weren't struggling at all. It was hooking and booking and going. And
on the roll.
And I remember Mozzie was standing beside me, and Mozzie, shout out to Mozzie. Mozzie was standing beside me, and Mozzie was like, yeah, he moving. I said, dang, I said, he's looking and grooving. And Mozzie was like, yeah, too bad the rolling races are done, because that's all Mozzie was doing at that time. But definitely shout out to Mozzie, real cool dude. And yes, he has been on here as well. For those that haven't seen, y'all go back and check out my live podcast he's been on. One of the other things, what's up, Rex, man? I see you. One of the other things I want to ask as well, and we know that what's going on now affects that a lot. A lot of people ask me, what event you going to be at this year before all this had happened?
You know, in terms of events we were going to attend, it was kind of up in the air. You know, we thought about going to We Are Mopar, which would be a fun little event. I mean, we don't typically race there. It's just to go and kind of interact with other Mopar owners, which is always fun. 2K, I was going to buy this year. We went last year, and my car is just an absolute turd compared to most of the cars at 2K, which just seems strange to say. But I mean, oh man, there's some fast cars down there, and it's like the Super Bowl of street cars. So anyway, but
Yeah.
it was quite the event last year. It just wore us the hell out, and so we weren't going to go to 2K this year. You know, there's a couple other events coming up later in the year that we may or may not attend. But you know, with everything going on, as you know, I mean, the virus and how things are looking this year. It's really, and then of course, as a lot of people know, the Hellcat is for sale right now because obviously we're trying to do a few other things, and you know, we'll just have to wait and see if we can get out to some other events. We definitely will, but right now I've got nothing in terms of plans, just because we kind of have to wait to see what gets scheduled, and then we'll certainly go out and try and make appearance where we can.
Yeah, and And I know when that person asked that question, I was like, yeah, that's something I would definitely ask because I know while we was down there, and shout out to Cat Locals Garage, I know he's in here. When we found out about what was going on, 2K, was like, yeah, it's next weekend in Houston. We was like, damn, I wish I'd known that ahead of time. I could have, move some stuff around and went. But then, after we got back and heard what was going on, I was going to try to go. And I was like, well, no, I better not. With everything that's going on, I better not try to go and whatnot. So I was like, and then kind of find out they did have it. And then that was the last event before they started canceling everything left and right. And I said, you know what? I started marketing my calendar like Mozzie, and shout out to Sick Whips. He was like, yeah, that goes on every year and blah, blah, blah. And I said, let me put that in my calendar because if I'm going to do that, I might as well just take the whole week, come here, because I actually came down Thursday. I was with Rail and shout out to Stunner Reese. We all was all hanging together. A bunch of us YouTubers from Thursday to Sunday. I was like, I would just try to stay and then turn around and just go right on to Houston and try to make that and whatnot. I was like, because my thing is I want to try to go to a lot of events this year because everybody else knows that's been following me and whatnot. I got kids and they're 11 months apart. So for 2.5 years, I didn't go anywhere. I didn't really go anywhere, didn't really go to a lot of events. So, when I'm starting to hear about a lot of other events that are going on, I'm like, yeah, I want to try to make those if I can. And I'm like, you know what, let me put it in my calendar and try to make that. Especially being I'm already being in Dallas and Houston's only 4 hours, 3.5, 4 hours away. I'm like, I might as well just make a week out of this, go down there and turn around and come on back.
Yeah. Yeah. Might as well make the best use of it as you can, for sure.
Yes, definitely. And also, somebody asked this. Somebody said, they said they don't know if it's a true story. And I said, I would ask because they asked me like 6 times. They heard that you're thinking about getting out the Mopar game and getting a C8. They want to know how true is that?
Okay, so you broke up just a little bit on me. Am I thinking about getting out of the Mopar game? Is that what the ask was?
Yeah, they asked. They said they said they heard a rumor that you was thinking about getting out of the Mopar game and getting a C8.
Oh yeah, that's definitely not a rumor. That's right now. That's the plan. Now I'm not going to be out of the Mopar game. Let's be clear on that. So obviously we're keeping the Scat Pack. There may actually be something else in the works here in the next month or two. But I will say that, but yeah, I think the Hellcat is probably going to get sold, which is not sold yet. But yes, my C8 is currently on order. But with everything happening with, things being shut down, it's really kind of hard to say, when I'm going to get that car. I may even change my mind depending upon how bad things get. The car is not a cheap car. It's an $82,000 car the way that I spec'd it out. And, that money has to get spent somewhere else, to be quite honest, because like I said, this is not I'm not an independently wealthy individual. I do YouTube because I enjoy it. And, I've been very fortunate because I've built really solid fan. I don't have a huge channel, but I feel like the subs that I do have are just absolutely fantastic. And they really do support me in the YouTube thing. But we'll just have to wait as things play out over the next couple of months. The idea was to sell the Hellcat, get the C8, and have that C8 be the flagship car on the channel, and start modifying that C8, and maybe start getting some Chevy people. Because I'm an enthusiast. A lot of people think that all I like is Mopar, which is clearly from the truth. I love Mopar. Don't get me wrong. I love my Hellcat. I love our Scat Pack. But I also like Corvettes. I like ZL1s. I like, I'm not opposed to things. I'm interested. I am. If it's fast and it's awesome, I like it. That's the way I've always looked at it, man. And you have to sometimes just broaden your horizons.
Yes.
There's some cool stuff. And if you pigeonhole yourself into one particular brand, I feel like you miss out on a lot of pretty cool stuff. So, I've had 5 other vets. A lot of people don't know that. But
Wow.
My Hellcat is one of my favorite cars I've ever owned. So yeah, I'm in. You know what? And to be honest with you, if Dodge came out with something else really cool, like a CUDA, another flagship car, kind of like a Demon, I would probably be one of the first ones on the list. But as it is, we're still waiting on Dodge to come out with something else because they've been working with that same old Mercedes platform, which is a good one, but it's an older platform and they're a little bit heavy. And I'm kind of waiting for Dodge to just blow us out of the water again with something, right? Something light, something new. And then of course, I want to get back into that because I do like Dodge products.
And so crazy you say that. I spoke to a friend of mine that works for Dodge. He's on the design team, and I tried to get him to come to the event. He said, next year I'm not missing it, I'm coming. And he told me a couple of things, and one of them he told me I could tell. They're actually in the works of coming out with something real big, and it's going to blow a lot of things out of the water of what they're working on. And the rumor has it, and everybody has seen it, the Barracuda, but that's not the only one they're coming out with. They're supposed to be coming out with the Demon Ram. I said I would definitely love to see that. The Demon Ram, and another upgrade of the Trackhawk, and they're supposed to be doing something with a Durango, something different with that. And they have something like two other vehicles coming out that they do not want to leak yet. And he said, New York, I wish I could tell you, because if I could tell you and you could tell folks, that would really blow up, but they don't want us saying anything yet. I said, well, no, we'll just wait. We'll just wait. And, when it comes out, you'll be able to tell me. Hopefully I can bring you on the live and we can explain it here. And he said, yeah, by that time, as long as I get clearance, I'll be able to do that. And he's a good friend of mine. I've known him for like 26 years. So I know he wouldn't steer me wrong, but he was like, Dodge is working on some things, and they're working on making the vehicles lighter. He said what's really holding them up is, trying to make everything that's basically the specs for California. They said that's what really holds us back from doing a whole lot, because now California passed laws where they can't market exhaust. He said, so we were trying to do a deal with an aftermarket company to do all the Hellcats, the Demons, the Red Eyes, and then the other one that they got out that's coming that he didn't want to say. He said, but we can't do that for California. He said, so we're trying to find other ways to do it because of those laws.
Yeah, the big reason they can't stuff in these cars, is a lot has to do with California and some of their laws, and they have to really, Dodge has to really think outside the box to get the emissions standard piece settled. But I will say, the Charger Red Eye, that's the thing. They're gonna, that's something I'm very confident that they'll come out with. The big thing that I'm kind of looking for from Dodge is to see what that car is going to be. If they came out with another Viper, that's the one that I think I would really like to see. But the problem is that I think if they do come out like a mid-engine type car, like what Chevy did with the Corvette, I think it's going to be a $150,000 to $200,000 car, and you know what? That's just not attainable for the vast majority of us, including myself. So we'll just have to come. But the whole thing with the C8, and like I said, I know that your channel is probably a lot like mine. Very heavy Mopar following, but I will say the car is only 3,300.
Actually, my channel is both. They like all cars. Like I have people here that straight GM LS engines. I have people that just love Mopars. I have people that love, like me, all of them. I have people that love exotics. I kind of bridge the gap all together with everybody.
Good. Yeah, that's really the way to be as far as I'm concerned. And like I said, I mean, I'm not necessarily brand loyal. I am, I'm just really an enthusiast through and through. And, I just got to think, if you could take a C8 and strap a blower to it and make it mean as hell with a cam, I mean, geez, it's the possibilities are endless with that car because it comes as such a blank slate. Whereas if you go with like a GT500, which was also something I considered, chances are it's going to be the same formula as the Hellcat. It's going to be a pulley and a tune car, right? So I wanted to do something a little different, and I wanted to where people could actually follow the journey, and that's the idea. And the same with the Scat Pack. I want people to, we're going to start modding that car here pretty soon. I want people to be able to follow the journey, not only of Mrs. X kind of starting out with her racing and basically going from not knowing how to make a pass in the drag, on the drag strip, to being able to just go out and just dominate at the drag strip. And she does a really good job of it already. She's learned very quickly. But I want people to be able to follow her car, follow the build, know what's done to it, and be able to kind of from beginning in kind of see a little bit more. And people just didn't get to follow that journey with the Hellcat. And I want everybody to be able to kind of start with me on this new journey and follow
from beginning all the way to wherever you take that build. I definitely agree. And matter of fact, the one I told you earlier, she sent me a private message. She said, I am literally at work in a security office, but I'm watching. She said, I had a question for Mrs. X. And her question is this. She said, and remember I had kind of briefed you on it earlier. She said, my husband was trying to get me into the whole racing thing. I went to my first race, loved it. I did a whole testing tune setup. I don't know where she is, but she said I did a whole testing tune and loved it, and now I'm hooked on it. He wants the new Barracuda, but I would probably take his older car. She said it's not that old. It's a 2019 Scat Pack. All she said was Scat Pack, so I'm guessing it may be a Charger. I'm not sure. She just said Scat Pack. She said I love the car, love the mods he did to it, but as a woman of my stature, I want to make it look more like a woman's car once he gives it to me. Any tips on making it look like a woman's car and not doing too much to it? She says, not doing too much, but making it look like when I pull up, everybody knows it's a woman's car, not a man's car.
Interesting. Well, I will say that, the thing with the Challengers, Charger or Challenger, I mean, they're big cars, right? They're not, in my mind, even the Challenger, like what Mrs. X drives, it's not a real womanly car, but she likes that. The car she had before that was a Ram Rebel that had big tires on it, and I mean, she likes driving
I haven't seen one of those in a while.
cars. Yeah, and you know what though, that truck was awesome, and she but she wanted to get in the drag racing thing, so we sold the Rebel. We got the Scat Pack. I priced it with the car, and she's enjoyed. She's really into the racing game. Always wants to go to the track, but in terms of making it more evident that it's a woman's car and not a man's car, I mean,
it is a Challenger. She said it is a Challenger.
Hey, you're breaking up on me. I'm trying to hear what you were saying.
Oh, she messaged me. She said it is a Challenger. Uh-oh. Okay. Breaking up again, y'all.
Let me try and I'm seeing you fine, but for some reason I'm not. The audio's coming in super choppy.
Wow, you're coming in loud and clear. That's me right now.
I don't know what it is. It's the audio. I'm getting some of what you're saying, but not everything for some reason. I got some of what you said. Maybe I can try have you repeat it for me. Sorry.
Okay. Uh-oh. Now his volume went all the way out. Can y'all hear me on that end real good?
No, I can.
Let me know. Thumbs up. Oh, I hear they taking my camera. Yeah, I'm still here. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm still here.
Sometimes other times I don't. So weird.
Yeah, all she said was that it's a Challenger.
Okay, it's a Challenger. Okay, so I got that part of it. So yeah, in the Challengers, it's like what my wife drives, and it's still a pretty big, kind of manly type car in terms of making it. I mean, if you put an exhaust on it, I mean, anything you do to make it louder or just more. I don't know. I guess there's a couple things you could wrap on it, which would be more a female-oriented wrap. I've seen that done before. That's definitely something you could add some stripes to it. That aren't quite so massive. There are some things from a aesthetics perspective, but for performance perspective, obviously, it's probably either gonna make the car louder or it's gonna make it either perform better, which I don't necessarily know if that would be either, gender specific or not, but I'd say, pretty much it's gonna have to be aesthetic type work. You could put some stuff on there to add her own personal touch, and that would be my only suggestion on it.
Hey, that's exactly what she was saying. She said everything's already done to it. She said, but once he gives it to her, she just wants to add a magic touch to it, so the outside looks like a woman's car.
Yeah. I mean, she could do a wrap or some stripes or something like that. That's the great thing about these muscle cars is they look pretty good with either wraps or stripes on them, and they don't look like the side. I think it looked really.
Oh yeah. And she said, thank you for that. She said, tell Mrs. X keep kicking ass out there.
Still with me?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on. Let me try and move around a little bit, maybe. It's hit or miss. Okay. I think it's just so many people are streaming tonight, buddy.
Yeah, and that, like I said, that was the message I got earlier.
Go back in here.
Rex man said no. Oh, move around.
Okay. Still there?
Yep, still here.
Okay, now I can see. Now I can hear you, at least for the time being.
Okay. Okay. Well, I'm gonna say it quick then before she gets off. She said, she's actually going to break in a few minutes. Okay. She said, thank you for that. She said, definitely going. She says, definitely all cosmetic on the outside. Everything's done to it. She said, I don't know what's all done to it, but it's done to my liking. I just want to add a magic touch to the outside, and what you said is actually sounds pretty good. I'm definitely gonna have him look into it.
Good. Yeah, for sure. I see
And now,
a
Silverback,
question from
I don't know if you can
Silverback.
see the question on the screen.
I do. So the Scat Pack it's bone stock. So as you guys know, the car 485 horse, 475 torque from the factory. Those are flywheel numbers, and the car probably puts down somewhere around 435 to the tire. But for some odd reason, that car, I can't explain to you why, but for some reason that Scat Pack seems to be pretty darn fast, because she went out and ran 1170s in that car, and the vast majority of bone stock Scat Packs that I've seen won't do that. And so she's I mean, she almost beat the 1320, and that car is supposed to be a lot faster in the quarter. It's made for that. She lost to the 1320 by a bumper, and she was going around him on the big end. So her car's a little bit of a freak. I'm not sure why, but it really performs well. And once in a while, you get a car that just is pretty darn quick. And her car really has exceeded expectations in terms of how quick it is. Gearing it, they did different for 2019 and 2020. The converter, it's kind of hard to say, but the car just works, and we've been pretty pleased with it. And like I said, we'll start modding pretty soon. We'll get a little extra horsepower in there.
Okay, cool. And somebody asked, did you change the wheels on your car?
So I actually run the stock wheels for everyday driving. I run the stock wheels that came on the car. I run a 305 555R, a Nitto on the back of it for just daily driving, which is a drag radial, but doesn't nearly hold the power of the car. And at the drag strip, as I mentioned, I do run that ET Street R in a 17-inch. So we do go with a much smaller, lighter wheel at the drag strip. But the 305s fit fine on the stock 9.5-inch wheel, and that's what I run. It works great.
Okay. And the person that asked that was like, I was debating on going with a different rim for mine for racing, and I just happened to, catch you racing and whatnot, and catch a few others racing. And I'm just trying to pick your brain to figure out what should I do. Should I stick with the stock rim and just change the tire? He said, because I have another set of stock rims to go on it, or just get a whole different rim altogether and run something different.
Yeah. Like I said, I mean, my car makes a lot of power. I still can spin the tires at 80 if I want to, but the actual 305 drag radial fits okay on the stock rim. I mean, you can go and spend the money on a different wheel setup or tire setup if you want to. Chances are, if you're running big power, it really doesn't make much difference, especially on the street. So unless you're going to go to an ET Street R in a smaller wheel, it's not a huge difference on the street. It just won't. So that's kind of the Hellcats just make so much power, and they make so much torque, and it's so instant that you can put I've seen guys run 315 Michelin Pilot Super Sports. They still just go up in smoke. So it's there's not a whole lot of difference on the tires. Like I said, there's a big difference between the street tires, the stock street tires, and a drag radial, but you can still spin the drag radials. They just don't spin quite as readily.
Yeah, and I noticed that there while I was filming, because I was standing right by with Mod the Fame. Shout out to Mod the Fame, he'll be on here next week. We were, he was emceeing the whole event. I was standing right in the middle, catching, and I was like, wow, some cars spin, some don't. I didn't know what everybody was running. At the time, I wasn't really paying attention to what everybody was running, but I just noticed some people were, had to spin off of the line, or some were just gripping straight off from the line. And I was like, wow. One guy was up there like, I have the same tire and mine is not gripping as much as his is. And I forgot the guy's name. He told me, man, you need to just burn out a little longer when you come out of the water box. And when he did that the next race, it hooked and gripped. He was gone. So, you know, just those tips alone really did help.
Yeah, now I've got to adjust my tire pressure a little more at Ennis. Actually, believe it or not, it's kind of counterintuitive, because you typically, when you're not hooking, you lower your tire pressures, right? But when I was actually, the car was trying to come out of the hole so hard, I was folding the tire in half, and then it was causing wheel hop. So actually, it worked a little better when I added pressure tire, and I took it from 18 to 23. At Extreme Raceway Park, I run 18. It works perfect. At Ennis, it makes the car wheel hop. So I actually end up doing about 23 pounds, which I still spun a little bit, but it wasn't nearly wheel hopping like it was before. So it's just making those little adjustments that seems to make a big difference. As you probably saw, both myself and Demonology, you know, we run over 1,000 horsepower, and both of us were were spinning a little bit, because they were allowing the street tires. They weren't pulling the people with normal street tires out of the groove. And what that does is it pulls up the track prep. And your prep has to be on point when you're running cars with big power. They just don't stick that well. And so that was part of the issue. If they'd have been pulling the street tire car guys out of the groove, it would have left the groove with all the prep in it, and we would have stuck all better. But they weren't making any effort really to do that. And, you know, that tears up the prep. So it does make a difference for sure.
And you're definitely right about that, because I've seen it make a lot of difference, period, especially while we was in Dallas for the YouTubers call out. It made a big difference. But one of the last questions I do want to ask, and after this, I'm not going to hold you, I'm going to let you go and whatnot. Somebody asked a great question. He said, I was at the event. I know what happened with Rail's car. They said, but we want to see you against Rail and against Demonology. He put together like a whole bracket. I kid you not. I wish I could share it, but my sharing thing is not working like it's supposed to. He put together a bracket like an NCAA bracket, and it had everybody's names on it. He said, I want to see this. He said, I drove 8 hours just to see this, and I want to see these people against these people. I mean, he had Hemi Life on there. He had Hemi Wife on there. He had Monty. I was like, wow. He sat and took all that time and put together that whole bracket. And he said, this is what I want to see. I want to see these races right here. So what I told him was, I said, you know what? I was going to try to share the bracket, but the bracket wouldn't share. I'm going to have to just forward it to you. I'm going to take a snapshot and just text it to you. Somehow.
Well, so who's in the bracket? That's what I want to know.
Hold on. Let me look back at it. You're in it. Demonology is in it.
Pretty much tell you what would happen, I think, if I know who's in the bracket.
You're in it. Demonology is in it. Rail is in it. Mozzie's in it. Chris NYC, I don't know if you're still in here. You was in that bracket too. Like, this dude took time to put together the whole bracket. I think he might have spelled this wrong, because I can't even pronounce. Man, he must have spelled this wrong. Hemi Life was in it. Hemi Wife was in it. Life for GQ was in it. He got Tall Guy in it, but Tall Guy didn't bring his car. He got Mod the Fame in it. Mod the Fame didn't bring his car. Sting Mode. He even got some of the people driving the Cobra Jets, because he got Cobra Jets in parentheses. He said it's a separate bracket, but I would love to see them run. Like he just took time and put together this whole bracket list. And then he put Sick Whips. Oh, he said, I want to see Sick Whips run Demonology. That's the race I wanted to see. And I was like, you know what? That would have been a nice race, but I know Sick Whips couldn't run at the time. I don't know if it was the tires he had or what. I couldn't remember what it was, but I know he couldn't run during that time. And also he has, I'm trying to see some more of these names. I'm trying to scan down. My computer's going slow now, because I was trying to share the screen, so it's stuck. Mod the Fame, Sting Mode. He even got Black Mamba on here too. He got Sully. Okay, he got everybody who was there basically in this whole list, including people who didn't show up. He even got shout out to Corey Pritchard. He got Corey Pritchard on here. He said, I want to see him run his. And he said, that's what I want to see. He said, for the next YouTubers call out, he said, I'm sending Demonology and I'm posting this bracket. I'm tagging everybody in it. I want to see this bracket race. He said, I want to see this. This is what I want to see. I don't want to see nothing else but this, period. Wow.
That's awesome. So we got March Madness YouTubers racing bracket, right?
Yeah, that's basically what it is. It's he got on there. He said, it says the YouTubers of March Madness. This is what I want to see. He said, New York, don't worry. He sent me a message. Hold up. He said, New York, don't worry. I'm going to post this on my IG and tag everybody in it. Wow. He even named some people that wasn't even there. Oh, he was in the chat. My dude, No Speed Limit Productions. He was in the chat. I don't know if he's still in here, but his name is on here too. Wow. Whoever this is really. He has Stunner Reese name on here. Wow.
So the way I see all of it going, Reese, obviously, good, awesome guy. I like, man, really cool car. He's running a stock car, so he probably wouldn't. Same with Life of GQ. Both guys have Hellcats. They're both running stock power. You see, he's still really good guy. His car probably wouldn't compete with some of the bigger power car guys, though. So, really good guy. Asked me what he should do to his Hellcat in terms of making more power. So he's not making a lot more than stock. Real's car is making more than stock, but he needs to get more seat time in it. So, and he and I actually talked about maybe to the drag strip and maybe me walking through some things with him to kind of work with him. I know he wants to race me, but I don't see it going super for him. But you know what? It'd be fun to run. It'd be fun to run Real just to do it. The one Mod to Fame, he's running stock power. It's a red eye, but he's still running stock power. You guys probably saw the roll race versus me and Mod to Fame. Stang Moses got the GT grid, which he's running basically mid-10s in, which is very respectable. I think the only one I would probably have a real problem with is demonology. I can't beat Herman anymore. He's too quick. I used to beat him all the time before I started doing cars. So we used to have some really good battles. I used to edge him out all the time, and I outpowered him. He amount of horsepower that I do, maybe a little bit more. He's running a lighter car with a better suspension, a bigger blower. He runs E90 versus E85, like what I run. So he's got a lot of advantages, and his car is almost into the 8s now, and I just can't cover that. So I've raced him before. He put about 4 cars on me, and I went out and ran, I think, a 9. I ran a 9 or a 9.6, and he beat me by 4 or 5 cars. So wow. it was the car is just that fast. If everybody have ever seen Herman's car run in person, it's very fast. I don't foresee me being able to compete with technology. The rest of everybody, I think we're good, but it's still a lot of fun to run that race. And I think it's super cool. Somebody put a bracket together of YouTubers because we'll have to participate in something like that.
I mean, when I say he said, New York, don't worry about showing it to him because I made some modifications to it. I'm gonna post it and he'll get a chance to see it. Okay, well, I won't send it. He said he made some modifications to it. Now, Silverback, I know you said Black Mamba is stay mode. I was talking about there's another guy named Black Mamba. His name is Black Mamba ECO, I think it's called. He wanted to see him run Sully. That's how he had it set up. And Silverback, also you asked, what about Dunkmaster? Dunkmaster was on that list, but the way he had it grouped, Mopars against Mopars, and then for the championship round, is Mopars against GM against Mustangs. Like he had Mustangs against Mustangs, and whatever the fastest Mustang was going to run the fastest Mopar. Whatever the fastest GM was going to run the fastest this. That's the way he had it. He literally had this whole thing grouped out, and he's told me, don't post it, don't send it. He said, I did some revisions to it because I added more people to it. Okay, I'm not going to send it. Matter of fact, he even has SS Sean on here. How did I miss that one? Wow. Okay, I will not send it. I will wait for you to post it. And yeah, I'll just wait for you to post it. I'm not going to send it. Not going to do anything. Well, one thing, RacerX, I want to say thank you for coming through and whatnot. I know my hour's almost up. I try not to go over an hour, but I've been going over an hour and everybody's sticking in. I got more people still joining in. Let's see, it's about 15 people in it. That can't be right. It's 15 in here, but when I look at this thing over here, it says 28. Then this thing over here says, okay, YouTube's doing real funny right now. I don't know what's going on. But anyway, I want to thank you for coming through and whatnot. You family, you can come back anytime because I'm definitely going to have you on again. And hopefully we can have Mrs. X on.
Yeah, absolutely, my friend. I really appreciate you having me. I'm sorry about all the issues in terms of and everything. I think it's just kind of what's going on out in the world right now, because obviously a little bit of breaking up on the live stream and stuff like that. But it is a lot of fun to get out here, and certainly it's coming. And obviously, it was fantastic meeting you in person. Had a really good time with RacerX. Obviously, had a good time meeting as well. And
Yep.
yeah, let's plan to do another one of these here. I tell you what, now on your subs again.
Hey, we definitely going to do it again, because I know I'm going to have people that's going to watch this. They're going to send me questions. They always send me questions afterwards. And then I was like, you know what? Next time I have them on, I ask them that. I get something to talk about. Now, Bad Little Man asks, and I'm going to answer this question for you, Bad Little Man. Will there be another YouTube call out? It need to be. Yes, it is going to be another one. Demonology already talked to me about it a week after we talked about it for about almost an hour. And it's some things coming to work that I don't want to talk about because it ain't set in stone yet. But yes, it will be another one, because this one, he said, was a very big success. I know I learned a lot from it, especially shout out to Stunner Reese for posting the video, which I was going to post that video. Just ain't got around to because I've been so busy. The video with us in the meeting and whatnot. Learned a lot from that meeting. Got a chance to really talk to a lot of people, and I couldn't believe a lot of people knew who I was. I was like, well, you know me? Yeah, New York City. Yeah, okay. I was shocked, but the greatest thing I got from that, is basically everybody coming into one and collaborate. Like, I had a lot of people walk up to me, yeah, I want to get on your podcast. We can collaborate. We can do this. We can do that. And I was just so happy, to see that, and was fortunate enough to be there to witness that.
Yeah, I'm with you, buddy. It was really enjoyed it, and say you're breaking up a little bit on me, but I think I'm getting a lot of what you're saying there, and but I'm with you. I had a really good time, good meetings, interacting with everybody, and I think everybody came out ahead in this deal. So definitely a good situation.
Definitely. But RacerX, I'm not gonna hold you up much longer. Shout out to you. Like I said, once you come on here, you family, you can always come back anytime. And yes, y'all, he will be back on. And I will let y'all know soon enough when he comes back on. But he will definitely be back on. And with Miss RacerX, I promise you that. Cause I know. Miss Glenda 87 said, "Is Miss RacerX gonna be on next time?" Yes, she will be on. I will make sure she be on.
I told her she needs to come on. She said she didn't have her makeup and stuff on. They if they don't feel presentable, they feel like they front of the camera, but I gave her a pass on this one, but the next time we'll make sure, because I knew about this in advance, but I didn't know they were going to want to see her, so next time I'll have her prepared.
Yeah, I didn't really know either until I started getting all them questions, and I was like, okay, I'll ask. But yes, Miss Glenda, she would definitely be on. Miss Glenda, Miss Barbara, man, there's a lot of women sitting me private. Okay, and yeah, she will be on. She would definitely be on. Y'all get a chance to see her, and whatever question y'all have, just stay posted. She would definitely be on. So then, RacerX, I appreciate you coming on. Salute. And until next time, you be safe out there.
You bet, buddy. You be safe up there, man. I know things are a little rough in New York, man. So stay inside, stay safe, and we'll do this again.
Yeah, I'm just glad I'm not in New York right now. I'm actually in Kansas City. I live in Kansas City now, but my folks in New York, they're going through a lot right now. They're going through a lot.
I agree. And man, it's a tough situation all around. Things are getting worse day by day. So we're going to cross. We'll get through it together. And just going to stay strong, man.
Yes. But all right. I will talk back with you later.
Okay, buddy. We'll catch you later.
All right. Shout out to RacerX for coming through, y'all. Yes, Queen B, story time is coming. Story time is coming. It's coming. Story time is coming. Bad Little Man, appreciate it, man. He said, love your channel, New York, man. I appreciate it. I work hard on it. Y'all don't know the stuff I go through behind the scenes of getting all this going. We're going over an hour when I get on. Yeah, Pimp TV, we're going to go over an hour. As a matter of fact, that's part of my announcements. Queen B, let me hold the story. Let me give my announcement. I'm going to go ahead and get announcements real quick. Where's my announcement button? Announcement button, where you at? There you go. Let me get this announcement real quick. Y'all, I got a lot of people coming to the live, but on April 6th, what up, Steezo in the building? I see you, Steezo. I see you. Matter of fact, I need to holler at you about a few things. I need to holler at you, Steezo. April 6th, that is on shoot, I forgot what day that's on now. Anyway, April 6th is my birthday, y'all. And I had people ask me that know me personally, like, what you gonna do for your birthday? I said, you know what I'm gonna do for my birthday? We can't go nowhere. I'm coming on live and I'm gonna have my birthday party with y'all. My birthday party gonna be right on here with y'all. I'm gonna have a good time. We're gonna have some folks come through. Pimp TV gonna come through. And yes, we're gonna be on for over an hour. We're gonna come on, we're gonna have a good time. And I want y'all to party with your boy. We're gonna come on here. I got some folks that's gonna be coming through. You do not want to miss. Some folks gonna be coming through. Pimping is one of them. I'm just gonna give out that one. Pimping is one of them, but it's gonna be a bunch of other folks coming through. And as they come through, and they're gonna wish your boy happy birthday, they're gonna come chill with us. But that's one of my greatest announcements that I want to do is we just gonna party right here. April 6th is a Monday. Okay, whether it's a Monday, it's a Monday. I haven't been paying attention to what day it is. But April 6th is my birthday. We'll be on here rocking, and I'll be partying with y'all. We're gonna be on having a great time. It's not gonna be no interviews. Well, it might be a 1 or 2 interviews, but it's gonna be just party, party, party the whole time. We're gonna have a great time. Get your popcorn, get your cake. Well, y'all can slide me birthday cake if you want to. Bring your cake, bring your drink. We're going to have a great time. And that's what it's going to be about. We just going to have a great time the whole time. Send them on Instagram, New York. That's how I got here. Yeah. I always set up the things on there and set the reminder on there and whatnot. And I tell people that, especially with what's going on now, that's going to be my another announcement. Y'all, traffic is getting heavy on the internet. So for those that are following me on IG and those that are not following me on IG, please follow me on IG. I put them up there with a countdown. And you can click on the countdown and save it. And it'll actually, if you have the app, it'll actually save it to your phone and let you know right you can set it to like an hour or 30 minutes before. I know for me, mine's set for like 30 minutes before. I set my own live to myself so I can see that it goes out. And you never miss anything. You won't miss a live. You won't miss anything. You definitely won't miss that day. Because I've been told that there's some surprises coming that day, and they won't tell me what it is. So I said, okay, I don't know if it's guests coming through. I don't know what, but all I know is there's some surprises going on that day. Me and I decided to do it. So y'all just stay tuned. Y'all gonna party with me, and you never know who may come through. You never know what may be going on, because even I don't know. I'm just happy, to be rocking it with y'all. I said, that's how I want to spend my birthday. Spend my birthday with y'all out here on here. And the time will be up there. And like I said, it may be an interview or two that come through, depending on who all come through, but it's going to be a rocking good time. We're going to have a great time. And I want y'all to celebrate it with me. That's how we're going to do that. Also, for my other special announcement, my guest that was supposed to be on, what day was that? I think it was Tuesday. Yeah, Tuesday guest supposed to come on. He will actually be on Saturday. So Seifu Lonzo will be on. We're going to chat it up and talk it up with him. Yes, AKA, he calls himself the Black David Banner? Black Bruce Banner. Excuse me. Sorry, y'all been a long day. Black Bruce Banner, he will be on. So make sure y'all here for that. Also, you heard me announce already, my Defame will be here next week. You definitely don't want to miss that. And also, have somebody else coming through that has a nice car coming through. And it's a lady. She's coming through next week. Shout out to her. And yes, Stezo, Sprayway is coming on. I'm waiting for Sprayway. He said he needs to get done with some work while he had the time to get done. And then he's coming on because he wants to do it in his garage. He said he has something he wants to show that he worked on, and he wanted to be done when he comes on. So he's coming on. Yes, Seifu Lonzo. He's coming on. He'll be on Saturday. So definitely, like I was saying, Stezo, Sprayway is coming on. MB1 Custom is coming on. Man, it's so many people that's coming on. I was just sitting there just putting all on my calendar. So you got Mod Defame, you got Seifu Lonzo coming on, you got Sprayway, you got MB1 Customs. Also, I got to go ahead and let the cat out the bag. Richard Rollins from Gas Monkey Garage will be on here. I want to say next month. I don't know the exact day yet, but he will be on. Sprayway was on a couple of weeks ago. No, Silverback. Sprayway wasn't on a couple of weeks ago. Not Sprayway. No. That was my dude from out of South Carolina with Customs. Oh my God, you may forget his name now. He gonna get mad at me too. Like, New, how you forget my name? So yeah, he definitely coming. Yeah, Steve, I've been trying to grind. I'm actually, by the look of what I'm looking at right now, I'm 6 away from 500, y'all. So I'm trying to work to get there. Yes, Gasman Garage local. Yes, Richard Rollins will be coming through. We're working on stuff with that. I actually personally talked to him, and we working on trying to get him on. And also, y'all, Chip Foose will be on. I'm working on him coming through. And also I have shout out to Locals Garage for helping me with that. I have some local folks that's gonna come through that I started watching their thing. It's okay. I did not know one of them was actually here, and I was subscribed to them. Didn't know. I'm working on them coming through, and I got a handful more people coming through that y'all don't want to miss. And also keep my fingers crossed, even though some stuff is going on right now. I have some people that want to sponsor your boy for doing the podcast. They love what I'm doing, and they, want me to, keep doing some great things. So they coming through and whatnot, and they're gonna come through and talk about it, and hopefully work out a deal where their banner or something be out here, and I may have a promotional code and whatnot. Also, I also want to shout out my man Grant. Okay, I didn't know what that was. Okay, sorry, y'all. My man Grant 7, Paintings and Coatings. Man, shout out to him. For those that don't know, I won the giveaway that he had, and I said I'm gonna shout him out, period, and support him, period. I did the open box here from the giveaway I had won to show y'all everything he has sent. So definitely shout out to him. And also shout out to my man JP, aka Jones Bright, aka Mr. Down for Sound himself. If y'all need any car audio needs, I'm gonna keep shouting him out because I've been doing business with him for years and I've been friends with him for years. All your cardio needs, go to his website, downforsound.com. He has everything on you need. He has everything but head units, but you never know. Head units might come sometime that way. We never know. But right now, he has all your speakers, your amps, everything you need for a great price. I mean, price is so low that, man, you can't go wrong at all. But he has everything you need, period, in the cardio game, except for the head units. And he has more new stuff added to it lately. I know there's a few things I need to get and whatnot. So definitely. And yes, Loco Sprayway is definitely a legend. I actually, me and him chopped it up, talking on the phone for a minute, and he was mad that he missed us. For those that don't know, you can check out Loco. You check out Cat Loco's Garage vid. He did a vid, and Sprayway actually is on Sprayway channel. Sprayway actually posted the vid, and Sprayway came here while we were in Dallas. We in Dallas at the event. Sprayway drove all the way up here to get some parts that Loco posted on his channel from a two-door box, because it's hard to find two-door boxes lately. For people that don't know, two-door boxes is becoming like a unicorn now. It's hard to find what you need to get parts. It's hard to find one in great condition. When you find one, you grab it. And it's crazy. I've had a bunch of them, from the 70 models to the 80 models. I had an 87, I had an 89, I even had a 90. And a 90 is hard to come by. I had one of those too, though. I wish I would have kept that. But definitely, shout out. I seen that footage. Okay, still, yeah, you seen the footage. Yeah, he came right here while we in Dallas. While we there with you and everybody else, he came here, and I was like, oh, but he said that won't be the last time he come to KC. He said, because he's seen some other things he want that's up here that he can't get where he's at. So he said next time he come through, he's definitely hitting me up, definitely hitting up Loco. Maybe we can grab something to eat and chop it up and whatnot. So definitely. Can't wait for him to come through. Man, appreciate it, Battle, man. I'm trying to keep it up. I'm trying my best to keep everything going. I'm trying my best to bring y'all the best of the best. Like I said, I love doing this. I don't get paid to do it, but I love doing it. Maybe one day I get paid to do it, but right now I'm doing it for free, and I love doing it. And I'm not changing me for anybody at all for doing this at all. I'm going to keep bringing y'all what I'm bringing y'all to bring y'all the great content. Also, I did say I was going to shout him out. Also, shout out to the Singer Seal. I said I was going to shout him out because I know he's probably either watching in the background, he might watch the replay, but shout out to him. And also, I also want to shout out to a few other folks as well. I want to shout out to DJ Scratch. For those who know who DJ Scratch is, he's a DJ, well-known legendary DJ out of Brooklyn. He's been doing his mixes and whatnot, and that's what kept me hyped today. I was hyped today. And then shout out to Stunner Reese and Lady X. They did a live and had me hype up in that and whatnot, and it keeps my energy alive. Like I said, I get motivation from everybody, period. And Queen B, I have not forgot about story time. I got your story right here. And we're going to tell this story right here. And the story we're going to tell is this. I've seen a lot of crazy things going on, period, coming up this past week or so. I've seen videos of people licking toilet seats. I've seen people with panties across their face as masks. I've seen all this craziness going on, but nobody has ever come out to ask this question. Is any of it really working? And somebody asked me that whole question, is any really working? I said this, you know what? With times going as it is right now, we don't know what's going to happen in the next few months. All we know, we out here trying to stay safe. We out here washing our hands. We keeping the social distancing and whatnot from everybody. I'll be back. About to make a L store stop. Okay, man. See, I had to read that again. I thought you said I'll be back. I'm about to take this L. I'm like, dang, Caesar, what you do? You about to take a L? Okay, I see you. I see you. So, so definitely, you know, what I say to this to people and whatnot, this is not a laughing matter. It's a lot going on out here, whatnot. Oh no, look at controller 60. Yeah, so back I saw a video with that. I don't know how old that is, but ugh, ugh. This is not a laughing matter, y'all. This is a matter that's going on, and this is story. These are barbecue chips for me. That's funny. So to me, is this? It's not a laughing matter. I want everybody to be out there and be safe. I've seen some of the craziness going around, and with craziness, you know, people trying to buy up everything and everything like that. You know, everybody's just trying to make sure they're panicking, trying to make sure they don't go without. And this is what I say about that. I say I want everybody to just calm down and breathe. Take time, enjoy stuff, enjoy with your family, wash your hands, try to stay safe as possible, try to stay your distance from a lot of folks as much as you can. And coming and tuning to your boy on this live podcast and get a laugh in. Because with everything going on, we have to laugh. We have to have, you know, because right now the whole world wants to cry, period, from everything that's going on. It's like when 2020 came in, everybody's ready for it. Now everybody wants to hit a reset button like a Nintendo, Atari, or Sega Genesis or something like that. So I want everybody to be safe out there. Queen B, that's my story for the night. I want everybody to be safe out there because it's a lot of craziness going out there. Sometimes don't believe everything you hear and whatnot, but definitely believe everything you see, if that makes any sense. And try to read between the lines for a lot of things. Y'all, that's my time tonight. I don't want to get too political or anything like that, but that's my time tonight. Y'all, it's New York in Your City Live podcast. I appreciate y'all for rocking with me. And stay tuned. I may be going live tomorrow. I had somebody hit me up about some things that they wanted to kind of talk about and whatnot. So we may be up on here live tomorrow. If we are, I will put it on IG that I will be live tomorrow, or I may just do a pop-up surprise live. But definitely Saturday. Saturday, Seifu Lonzo is going to be in the building on Saturday. And also, I don't want to forget about my boy Turbo TV. I saw he jumped in here earlier. He is coming to the live. He will be here next month in April as well. So definitely, y'all tune in. And I appreciate y'all chilling with me tonight. Man, appreciate you, KJ. Good show today, bro. I try my best to. But like I said, definitely appreciate y'all rocking with me. Until then, y'all be safe out there. And also, if y'all know anybody that wants to come on and doing some things and whatnot, you know, let them know and shoot me a message on IG. I answer my IG. Everybody, most people tell you on here, I answer my IG. So definitely shoot me a message or whatever, because I had somebody hit me up. Like, I'm going to have this for that person. I was like, well, I was trying to get time to this. Well, I can go ahead and get them out. I know them personally. Hey, do it for me. Like Stezo, he had the connection with Sprayway. Me and Sprayway, we knew each other for years, but we lost touch. And we lost touch because he ended up losing his phone or something, he was telling me. So he lost my number. So now he got my number. We ended up staying in contact, talking and whatnot. So he definitely would be on. So I shout out to y'all for rocking with me and whatnot. Y'all be safe, be kind of one another, and also reach out to family members, make sure they all right, because I got to reach out to some of my family in NYC to make sure they good, and all over the world and whatnot, make sure they good. And also, I always say this. Please reach out to people that you haven't reached out to for a while, even if you got a small beef, because you never know. It could be something so small, especially in the time of need right now. Squash it and love one another. Until then, y'all, peace.